2-hour race, and it is still the Rob Baker leading from the Alan Henderson. Andy Schultz using the power of the BMW M3 to go through and ahead of Alan Henderson, so he's gained another place, has Andy Schultz, but has he got it done for sure, because Alan Henderson comes back alongside Schultz in the braking zone for Wilson. He brakes really, really late, tries to get alongside that BMW. He's half alongside, he's up the curb, he's got the inside line for Palmer, and the BMW, the bigger car, uses its power to stay ahead. So this is the problem for Alan Henderson. He hasn't got the power of these bigger cars. He's quicker through the corners, but he loses out down the straights. To put this in context, this car finished 35th overall and 11th in class at Silverstone, 15th overall and 7th in class at Alton Park. So really good start this race by Andy Schultz, who isn't really able to get away from the little Lotus though of Alan Henderson at the moment, but it's starting to allow Rob Baker in the Seat Loan leading the race to make a bit of a break maybe. They're heading down towards Oggies for the second time in this race. A fantastic start from Joe Locke, 14th to 6th in his M3. Yeah, and Mark Grice leading Class B at the moment from Brian Chandler. Class C being led by Andy Bailey, but he dropped from, row 3 of the grid down to 14th position, kind of as you expected really, Josh, with that car somewhat out of position given the heavy rain that set just a few minutes into qualifying. Indeed, just looking down the order, I think the most impressive start it has been from Joe Locke, which is his dropping away a little bit, isn't he? So perhaps Snetterton knocks up the get second in that similar car or sixth. That's a car that's started on road 13. Outside, it's a long way round on the outside line, so he can't quite make it, but he is lapping quicker than Wallace and quicker than Steve Cheetham too. Also a little bit of damage there on the front of Joe Locke's car that we could see possibly earned on the in the first few corners of that very busy start to the race, and certainly as he was forging his way up the order, wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of damage incurred. Change for the Class B lead, Brian Chandler going solo in that Lotus Exige. Local driver from down in Haverhill has got past Mark Grice and has pulled out a 3-second gap, so that's a great lap there from Brian Chandler. Very experienced MX-5 racer, but now having to go in this Lotus and going solo. That's a strong car in the class, you think. He's been successful with the 17th racing Brian Chandler, but spends most of the time these days winning cars for the people across various categories. There's the 10 car of Matthew Royce, the Hot Badger Motorsport car run by Area Motorsport. Wallace behind him, and then that fast start of the BMW of Joe Locke, number 18, 16. Getting their way through. Well, that's really the fastest watch last time through, and lots of second faster than Wallace. There's the 68 car. Schultz at 90, Alan Henderson running nose to tail as they head towards Oggies. Note for Rob Baker, full tank of fuel, 2 minutes 04.4, is only 1 second away from Phil Keane, very quick driver's lap record in Club Enduro. That's a good effort, I'd suggest. And news from Matt Sutton, Joe locked up on the inside at Richie's trying to pass the Seat of Matt Wallace, so that's what happened to Joe Locke and why he has ended up, I'm afraid. Significant damage it looks like from that shot we got to the front of that car, and that Nicklin therefore will not get a go in it. Look at the gap he's pulled out 2 miles right, up 6 seconds. He's got a 2:08.1, which is quicker than Callum McLeod's lap record, British GT race winner. So that's a good effort for Brian Chandler. The gap is going to be eroding because, unsurprisingly, the safety car is coming out. Yeah, yellow flag has picked up the car, which is good.